It was never on my radar, honestly. It was COVID. We were locked down. I have ADD. I actually developed anxiety during COVID.
So this is the Dubai Life podcast, something that I started in 2019 actually, and this is just a continuation. So I always like to start with how people got to Dubai. I know you've been here now for over 5 years.
Yeah, five years this year actually. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, congrats. How did Dubai first come onto your radar, and how did you make it here?
My wife.
Okay. Nice.
It was never on my radar, honestly.
Really?
It was COVID. We were locked down. I have ADD. I was not medically, but I mean, I just like to be doing stuff, to be fair. I mean, I can't sit at home. I think I actually developed anxiety during COVID by being like confined in a
Where were you
space.
during COVID?
We were in Canada.
Whereabouts?
We were actually in Kelowna, in a small place in Okanagan. I'm originally from Toronto. We moved to the West Coast because most of my family is there. And we ended up in Kelowna, like some random place.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's beautiful. Actually, funny enough, once I moved to Dubai and I told some people that I was living in Kelowna, they're like, Emiratis from Dubai were like, actually, we have vacation homes there because it's all vineyards, mountains. It's beautiful. So we were there. And then my wife, she was like, she's seen my distress by being at home because I'm always like been on the road. I've never had a real job. I was always like self-made, doing whatever I could do for business-wise, in construction. And then she's like, Dubai kept showing up on Instagram and TikTok and this and that. She's like, you know what? We don't have anything going on for ourselves. Like I had basically shut my construction company down, and she's like, why don't we just go to Dubai? We've never been here before. So just like, my wife knows I've always been a hustler. So she's like, I'm sure you're going to find something to do. She's like, you build houses, like, why don't you just sell them? So that's yeah.
And your kids were like 2 and 3 at that?
Yeah, they were like 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
It always impresses me when people have kids and they make the move, because I've got 2 kids now, 3 and 10 months. And yeah, that must be a challenge to move with the kids.
But it's good when they're young. Actually, I think it's easier when they're young.
Yeah, it's definitely easier when it's easier when they're not there at all,
It is easier, but I mean, it's a blessing that they're there. But it's also a blessing when they're young because they haven't formed such attachments with some of their friends and stuff. I mean, so I think it's easier. But the kids love it. I try to take them on holidays, and they don't want to leave. They're like, let's just go to Royal Atlantis or go to Ras Al Khaimah, and they're like, because they love it here. It's nice.
Yeah, it's incredible. We are so spoiled. That's what really terrifies me about raising kids here.
I know, me too. That's the reason why we have a nanny. She doesn't live there, and we're very strict in like overhearing how they interact.
Yeah.
So we can make sure like they don't demand, because kids like growing up with nannies, like they demand, they're like very entitled. So it's quite challenging, which is why we had our own in-house education to try to avoid this spoiled mentality.
I love that. Yeah. So your wife decided on Dubai.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Yeah. And I trust her with my life, so I went.
But okay, and then I mean, what type of research did she do for you to decide we're going to uproot our whole family and move to a new country?
You know what? Bless my wife. She is like the queen of research. Like, this is how I build my trust. In a very brief scenario, when the kids were born, she spent maybe like 6-7 weeks all night researching car seats, then strollers, like all this safety stuff. So she's always been like that. So when she said, you know what, I want to move to Dubai, I didn't even question her because I already know the way she thinks. I'm like, all right. And she obviously, I was maybe brushing off some stuff she was saying, but she's like, I've researched here, like Town Square, Sharjah, like everywhere in between. She already like did full like analytics reports in her mind what to do, even which plane we're going to take and not take for safety. Like, this is, I think, one thing when moms become moms. I think before we had kids, she wasn't like that. And as soon as she had, all of a sudden,
I need to take control.
Yeah, I need to take control.
Amazing.
So I just
remember this.
I just went with it. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. And so you landed in Dubai. What was your first move? How did you set yourself up and get into the property game?
Yeah, so again, my wife, I said, basically I was like, if we're moving, we gotta get her here. You know what, she's, again, it goes down to, I asked her what I'm gonna do in Dubai. She's like, why don't you sell houses? I see real estate market is could be potentially good. And then she connected me with Guy Last. You know, Guy Last Recruitment. You know, he's brought in a lot of people. Yeah.
Me and Guy used to sit together when I first came to Dubai.
So you could say you almost brought me here, I guess.
Yeah, it's all because of no, Guy is a great guy.
So
we started together. Okay.
Yeah, she got me interviews with them, and then I ended up, you know.
So you landed here first and then spoke to Guy?
No, before.
Okay.
Before. And then did like the interviews, and then I decided which company I wanted to go with, and then so we moved here. I think we spent the first 3 weeks as a vacation, just to chill out, to explore, and then I just jumped in the hot water. So
awesome, that's crazy. I can't remember when we first met.
Even me, somewhere in Dubai Hills. I know you were. I think you were.
I was pretty active.
You had just sold maybe the house in Hillsview.
Yeah, Hillsgrove.
Hillsgrove.
Yeah.
And like maybe a few months after that, I think we did viewings possibly.
Yeah, we did viewings. I remember going back to the office and saying I'd just done a viewing with a guy, and I was actually using using the viewing as an example to the rest of the team.
Okay.
Because I thought you'd come from like a career in real estate sales. The way that you did the viewing and the way that you were interacting with the clients, I thought was really impressive because you were constantly asking for feedback. Yeah. And it was like, it was like, it's like you'd been taught like you were, but you hadn't, right? You just kind of always been in sales and just in your personality, I guess.
Yeah, always been in sales and always been a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Because, like if you properly assist people in the right way, then obviously then they build the trust with them, and then also more so I do it for that reason, and also for data collection for myself, which is what I've sort of used in the past for construction, understanding what people like, what they don't like. So when we implement, new ideas, then it's like, you sort of get past the barriers before they even come up. So it's something I think my mentor when I was young taught me.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And then obviously a lot's happened since then. But
for both of us.
Yeah, for both of us, it's been a ride. But I mean, the market's been good. I think since you came, obviously after COVID, it's been like, it's incredible how the city's changed.
Completely changed. This is not the same Dubai.
Yeah.
Even from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's to say, how long you been in Dubai?
12 years now.
Yeah, so I mean, 12 years.
12 years on the, 13th. So 27th of June we came.
Yeah, okay.
But we were like the opposite to you. We didn't do any of that planning. We didn't have your wife to map things out.
Yeah.
So we were just like, nothing's really going on in the UK. I always say that we're quite lucky. Yeah. We didn't expect any of this, to be honest. We just had nothing going on in the UK, and it was like...
So you were already married before you came?
We were together. We were married.
Okay. But how long you guys been together?
My wife's not watching. I think maybe 14 years. I don't know. 2012.
Almost
12.
Me 11 years.
2012. Yeah.
My wife's Dominican, so she'll never let me forget anything.
Yeah.
And
my wife tries to say now, because we have like an anniversary when we first got together. Then we got married, and she was saying, it's our anniversary. I'm like, no, it's not. Our anniversary now just moves to one when we got married. We can't have two anniversaries.
But that's the same with ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same situation. Maybe it's like it's something that happens in a couple relationship.
Oh my God. Yeah. But yeah, we came together, and it was just like, to be honest, we weren't expecting much. I always tell the story. I came to Dubai before I went to London. Okay. And when I got here, everyone, like the locals, would say, oh, yeah, from London, from UK, that's amazing. We love London. We go all the time. I'm like, I've never been. I don't know what it's like.
Well, you're from where originally?
From near Manchester.
Okay.
A town called Wigan, which is really small.
I mean, my grandfather's from Northumberland, actually.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So I grew up watching, what is it called now? With one of these British shows. There's so many, like Coronation Street. Yeah, like George Genley. Okay. When I was young, my grandparents raised me. I really respect to my grandfather. So I didn't really necessarily like the shows, but just respectfully. And I, you sort of get hooked into it.
You can get hooked. Yeah, we used to be Coronation Street fans for sure. My brother, he went to America after college, and he would set his alarm early to catch up on Coronation Street. Terrible, honestly.